Lesson 7. Same meaning. When you read, you sometimes come across words you don't understand. When this happens, there are ways to figure out what a word means without using a dictionary. You can do this by reading the other words and sentences around the word very carefully. Doing this will give you clues about the meaning of the word. If you study a passage until you understand the overall meaning, you can often figure out the specific meaning of a difficult word. Example: Tracy has been writing about her dreams in a journal. Read this section of her journal. What does the word pursued mean? I woke up this morning with my heart pounding. I dreamed that I was being pursued by a black bear. Did you write that pursued means being chased or followed? By reading the first sentence, you can conclude that the action in Tracy's dream made her feel scared. A black bear chasing a scared person would make the person's heart race and face sweat. If you substituted either chased or followed for the word pursued, the sentence would still fit with the meaning of the passage. I dreamed that I was being chased by a black bear. Read this sentence. It also uses the word pursued. What does pursued mean in this sentence? George pursued a degree in nursing. Did you write worked towards? In some test questions, there may be more than one correct meaning in the answer choices. In order to choose the best answer, carefully read how the word is used in the passage. For example, if the meaning of the word pursued is substituted in the sentence from the first, it would not make sense. I dreamed that I was being worked towards by a black bear. Test example, tape strategy box is over here on the right. Read every answer. Substitute each answer for the word in the sentence and choose the answer that best fits with the meaning of the sentence and the passage. Read the following excerpt from Tracy's journal. Answer the question by circling the letter of the best answer. In my dream, I was running through the woods. Tree branches brushed my face as I ran. The black bear was getting closer and closer. I could feel my knees start to buckle. Just as I was about to fall, I woke up. Number 1. What does the word buckle mean in the paragraph? A, to panic. B, to rub together. C, a clasp on a belt. Or D, bend or give way. Because this is an example, they give us the answers, which is on the top of the other side. And we know that it's D. The word buckle in this paragraph means to bend or give way. When you are about to fall, your knees give way. To panic means to show sudden fear, option A. Knees cannot show fear. Buckle does not mean to rub together, option B. Although a buckle is a clasp on a belt, that definition does not fit the meaning of the sentence, option C. So let's practice. Tracy keeps a journal of her dreams by her bedside. Read this entry. Answer the questions by circling the letter of the best answer. I remember the sound of the cool wind whipping by my face. 2 wings, adorned with soft brown feathers, stretched far to the sides of my proud, majestic body. I scanned the ground below, looking for any signs of movement. The urgency of my search kept me focused and determined. I was an eagle, caught between the freedom of floating effortlessly through the cold night air and the tingle of hunger slowly moving through the whole of my body. The author says that she remembers the sound of the cool wind whipping by my face. In this context, the word whipping means the same as, would it be the sound of the cool wind beating by my face? The sound of the cool wind mixing by my face? The sound of the cool wind blowing by my face? Or the sound of the cool wind singing by my face? When we plug the options in, we can see that C is the best answer because the wind blows by your face when you are flying. Number 2. The author describes the eagle's wings as adorned with soft brown feathers. Which of these means the same as the word adorned? We could say F, adhered, G, admired, H, traveled, or J, decorated. 2 wings adhered with soft brown feathers stretched far to the sides of my proud, majestic body. That doesn't make sense. 2 wings admired with soft brown feathers. Nope, that doesn't make sense either. 2 wings traveled with soft brown feathers. Nope. And lastly, 2 wings decorated with soft brown feathers. That one makes the most sense. J, decorated. You know, letter F could almost fool us because we could adhere feathers to a costume. But in this particular case, she's having a dream that she is the eagle, and eagles don't have pasted on wings. Number 3. According to the paragraph, the eagle scanned the ground below, looking for any signs of movement. What does the word scanned here mean? Is it copied the ground below? No. Searched the ground below? That sounds pretty good, but we're going to check them all. Swindled the ground below? Or traversed the ground below? I think B is still our best answer, because swindled is to steal and traverse is to travel, but to travel on foot. So searched is the best. 4. The author says, the urgency of my search kept me focused and determined. What does the word determined mean in this sentence? Is it the urgency of my search kept me focused and awake? Maybe, but let's read them all. The urgency of my search kept me focused and steadfast. Oh, I like how that one sounds better. The urgency of my search kept me focused and defeated? No, that doesn't make sense. And the urgency of my search kept me focused and delighted. But it wouldn't make sense to be delighted if you're urgent. So steadfast, G, is the best answer. Number 5. In the paragraph, the eagle is described as floating effortlessly. In this context, the word effortlessly means the same as without pain, floating without pain, floating without warmth, floating without warning, or floating without force. And I think floating without force would be the best answer, because when we float, it isn't done with force. When we jump, it's done with force. But when we float, it's very easy to do. So D, without force. The last sentence mentions the tingle of hunger. What does the word tingle mean? A cold sensation of hunger? No. A sudden movement of hunger? No. A prickling sensation of hunger? That is how hunger feels, so I think H is the right answer, but let's read the last one. A feeling of alertness hunger? No, that doesn't make any sense. So we know that it's H. Thank you very much for joining in on Lesson 7, Same Meaning.